Alright, let's get that flail. I'm gonna get that Knight Rider flail today. We're doing that or die trying. I really need levels. We could keep going through the castle, that's not too difficult. But I think I'm gonna knock out all the dungeons along the way. Those are easy, they're easy. Not gonna try for the Deathrite bird. The one here isn't that good anyways. I can chuck rocks though. Bonk. Uh, let's... Wait, how much is that actually costing me per cast? Only 6 more. 50% increase. That's not terrible. I need to get my intelligence and mind up. I think the mind is gonna really be my next choke point. Hang on, going back down here. Because there's the tower or the bridge. Was there... I don't think there's anything over here. This is just a mysterious empty spot. Yeah, just empty. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Yeah, so we have our Everjail. I don't think the reward in here is good at all. Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. But at least I know I got it. Yeah, that's probably the best bet, just following the road and clearing dungeons, because we have the golem fight, and the golem's easy. Then... what's in the other one? I think that's a tomb. Oh, it's a wounded Black Knife assassin. That's who it is. Yeah, that's an easy kill. Could fight the golem here? No, there isn't a golem, because it's the arena. It's the invasion. Wish I could land my swings here. Hammer talisman, that... I don't remember what that does. Oh. Yep, not worth it. Don't think there's anything... Yeah, I didn't think there was anything along the building. I don't think there's anything along the other side either. Yep. It makes sense because it's all just visual, but it kind of sucks because there's so many spots they could have hid an enemy or a little bit of loot or something. Even just a dead dude with a soul of insert thing here. Oh, I don't want to fight BBH right now. That's gonna be a miserable fight.
Not seeing you. Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your faith in despite the collapse? Yes, you're a tarnished. not seen names, but let me ask, are you here? Does your despite? Yeah, takes me.
It's almost like I just answered this question. Do I want any of these? No, no, no. No, no. Stormblade can be fun. You know what? Yeah, let's take Stormblade.
Well,
I think I swear I've used it in the past. Of course, I don't get Stormblade on here. I can use it on the Dismounter, which wouldn't be bad. Or we can go back to using the EP. Only thing is I've already put into the Morning Star right now. We'll just go Morning Star. No sense in trying to constantly rotate. Not being able to one-shot with a two-handed jump attack is a little disappointing. There's a knight here who I don't really want to fight at the moment. But I'll have to, so womp womp. Man, I haven't thought about using a lance ever. But I think they get a... Yeah, charge fourth. Which is interesting. Only other weapon I can think of off the top of my noodle is the Inquisitor's Grandiole that gets that. I like that that worked. Maybe we are going to switch. Maybe we'll pivot to Lance. That's a fun little change that I've never used. It's a bit heavy, to be fair. I'd have to see what I can do on the scaling end of it. I was about to say, oh, I could put Storm Blade on it. But no, I need to keep Charge Forth to do what we're doing. That is an option, though. I do like that charge. That's very tempting. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like, yeah, what's the downsides here? That third attack is a bit slow. I will say that for sure. Compared to a swift little bonk, bonk, bonk. And I don't think I can really do anything to remedy that.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, I am these. I just give and I'll pop. Don't marry. Give it your all, I say. Oh, that. Well, once again, I am beyond upon this. I'd heard doesn't.
Yep, I thought there was a dungeon here. I was like, it should be on the hill somewheres. Yeah, so this is the Black Knife Assassin with the talisman for critical hits. Do I have a bow yet? I've yet to pick one up, so if I get any trouble that needs a bow, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, what can I get? So I know the Uchi is here. I don't have Sacred Blade. That'd make this a lot easier. And I don't have the stats to even use it. If I did, so that'd be moot. I just hate having to hit skeletons a third time. Yeah, the only other option would be to try to get the Clean Rotten Knight Scythe, but then I have to do the invasion to get that out of the way, and then I'm just standing around farming. Which, I don't have a problem with farming. I was maybe gonna do it for the Grave Scythe. But I think that one is just special because it's the strength scaling scythe. I know because I got it for one of my other runs, and it took me forever to get it. Because grinding out that was painful. And now I have a skelly down there. Not what I wanted. I gotta go get the lantern. Uh, it's dark, and I don't like it. All of you can follow me this way. Semis, if we can get 2, that's a build. I think that's more or less one of the classes. It's like their starting gear, but I ran dual scimitars once. That was a fun setup. If you put bleed on both of them, it's kind of broken. You just do, I think, jump lights, and you do like 3 or 4 attacks at once. I hate when people put messages on the thing. It's like you're not helping. You're just making this really annoying. Okay, so this should be Black Knife Assassin. I like half health. Eh, 4, 5, maybe 5/8. Get 'em, wolves. Do my job for me. Yay. Well, actually, we'll run it for now. It's not primo for this build, but it's a little bit of healing. so tempted to just go farm. Because it would take me like 5 minutes. Just zapping a few guys and getting a ton of runes. I might. It's a little bit of min-maxing, but who cares? Yeah, we'll fight the Brolem. He's not that tough. And he's dead! Wahoo! Easy 1k. Mostly because Flail or Mace. Man, if I had Glint Blade Arc, I think right now. These dudes be getting smoked. And that last guy should give me flasks, so I'm gonna go jump him. Literally. Where's my flasks? I was expecting to be rewarded. Where's the kaboom? I was expecting an earth-shattering kaboom. It would be cool to get... That's not the right pumpkin head. The pumpkin head flail. But I don't think I can swing getting that. Yep, Sanctuary Stone. Always is. Alright, so we gotta get down there. I'm trying to think what sorceries I want to, like, mainline. Probably just do, like, carry and stuff. I was going through all the weapons I can use on just like a int build, and I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of options. So I'm probably just gonna grab Moonveil. Even though that's very much the standard build. I feel it's that way for a reason, and I like Moonveil. My inner weeb is always happy getting to use a katana. And until I can get... What is it in this game? I don't think it's Washing Pole. That was DS3. Whatever's the equivalent to Washing Pole. Because I always just default to that. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go get a lantern. I'm tired of being in the dark. So I gotta go to the other end of this. Oh, there is also the rise over there. I should hit that. Hit that, clear that little fort tower there. I don't have fire spells or fire bombs, and I can't make fire bombs, or I'd easily go after the Erdtree Sentinel. I could still do it. Let him take out all the demi-humans, because then I don't have to do it. Hello? I hit climb. I don't get the hand ballista here. That's way later, I think. Nope, I get the hand ballista. It's cool. I'll be real, I do really vibe with the hand ballista, but it's also heavy and hand ballista. And I can't make ballista bolts. Is it really just 3 dudes? I thought there was more. Oh yeah, the loot scattered on bodies. Right. I was sitting here thinking there's more to this place. I know there is, but no, that's it. The strongest magic known to man. Rock. I love how stupidly strong Rock Sling and the Faith Rock Throw spell are. It's like, oh yeah, some dude can conjure lightning. This dude can make magical weapons launch at you. I lift and throw stone. I would like some of your armor. Hey! Is that better than what we have? No. Just all around no. Okay. Actually, I do have other stuff, like actual pants. And the style isn't there. How can I fight monsters if I don't look drippy? Local tarnished, frame mogged by Ascendant Tree Man. I can see it now. I don't want to hear Melina talk about America and stuff. Do I have 1,000? Yes. Yeah, let's go. I can use all my magic. Now we're as close to decked out for that as possible. Now I can do this. Wapow. Damn, that kind of sucks in comparison to just going... Maybe Glintblade Phalanx isn't the play. I'm starting to think that. I will say, one thing I wish we could have gotten was kind of like how we have Magic Glintblade. I wish we could get like one of the giant Glintblades and have kind of this linear scaling subgroup that's just like, yeah, you can summon one, do the charge to make it take longer, hit harder, all that, but you just get better versions. It doesn't have to go crazy, it just has to give more options, even though I understand they're just the same spell at that point with varied scaling or a different stat floor. Oh, great. There's a tomb here, I just can't remember where. Because I always run by it every playthrough, and I spend forever along this cliff face going, where is it? Because it's not up here. It is here. Good thing I don't listen to myself. If I did, I'd be sorely disappointed. At this point, I just feel like an idiot. Oh, what's in there? Do I have any stone sword keys? Oh, 3. Yeah, we'll do it. I don't like how durable you skeletons are getting. And I think this is another dungeon I need other stuff. I need a bow for. Rancor pot. Ugh. Yeah, I was here just to get my lantern and then go back to do the other dungeons. Not monkey around with all this. I'll come back later. Gotta drop down. Are you a good cave or a useless cave? My memory is not coming back to me, so I don't remember. Dark as hell cave, that's for sure. I'm gonna have to pop more runes. I mean, I could try fighting these guys. Ooh, cool, straight sword. was hoping to get their armor. On my main character, I have every set of armor for all the different regions. Just because I can. And I like the look of the... I can't remember what they are exactly. I don't think it's Tombsworn. It's... Beheaded Knight? Something. I don't remember. But it's cool because you look at their actual armor and it's got like blood stains along the neckline where they're all beheaded. It's a neat little detail. Which rightfully they didn't have to include. But they did, and that's what matters. Actually make my physic. Which I guess, going off what I said last time about I wish we had potions or our flasks were a little more modular. The Wondrous Physic is kind of that idea, but you only get one use. And you can't really recharge it, which is kind of a bummer. Also, I feel like if they just swapped normal flasks for just the physics, no one would use anything but heals. Unless you had consumables, and at a certain point you're just remaking Dark Souls 2. And while I may be a Dark Souls 2 fan, I will admit not everybody is. Feels like most people aren't. Understandable. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on people for it, I get it. The, God, what was it? Attenuation? Or something like that. It was a trait, a skills stat that did nothing except... What was it? It did literally one thing. I think it was like iframes, but it didn't do a good job at that even. Attunement is something. I don't know. Haven't played in a while. I just remember that stat sucked. And every time people would complain, they're like, oh, why does that exist? I'm like, I don't know, man. I didn't make DS2. Miyazaki didn't even make DS2. He just had a hand in it. And I have a sneaking suspicion even Miyazaki was kind of like, yo, why'd you do that, though? 50 runes. That is a scam. I get it. The Graven mage enemy is not that great. Their attack only affects around them, but 50? Really? The marionettes are worth more. Admittedly, they do actually go after you. Hey, Selin, I can't really help you right now. What's up? Damn, that sucks, homie. This is such a weird thing to run into, especially if it's like your first time. You find Selin in the ruins, you can go find her, talk to her, and she's just fine. And then she's also over here. And it's like, well, what happened? It's like, I can't remember. I can't remember if she's a puppet yet. Some of the storylines are real weird. Oh, it's only 1800. I thought it was 2000.
Have a safe.
Yay! I got my lantern. Oh, I saw a really weird thing today. Actually, it's been a couple days of seeing it, but now I've seen other people confirming it. So you know the Google like AI overviews of when you Google things? Have you had it recently where it'll be normal and then at the end of a sentence or at the end of a paragraph, it'll just start spouting gibberish? Like it'll end a sentence and then it'll just go and comma or comma and comma and comma or comma then comma and comma. And then it just ends. And then the next paragraph, because sometimes it'll do that, or it'll be multiple things it mentions, and it ends with the a similar but not the exact same, just nonsense. I had that a couple times. And I was like, huh, that's weird. There must be something buggy. And then other people were talking about it, and they're like, yeah, that's what is it? I'm trying to think of the term. I think it's model collapse. And what it is it's the AI being fed AI results. So it's just AI inbreeding, causing it to eventually devolve into gibberish. Which is really interesting, though, that we're seeing that happen in real time. But also alarming that it's happening this fast, because how much AI crap is it getting fed? That said, I don't care. Not my money that's getting vaporized in the AI bubble. Maybe they should have thought twice before companies putting in, $100 billion. Especially when nobody seems to be getting anything out of it. Okay, dog, just run train on me. That's fine. Yeah, I need to just get the, what you call it. Just get Moonveil. Just be done with this. All it would take is one good flick and slash, and all those guys would have got evaporated. But if I'm doing that, I gotta get the Knight Rider Flail first. That is our goal for today. And then I have to go back through Kaled. Trying to think what third spell I'm going to use now that Glintblade Phalanx is not nearly as good as I thought it would be. I mean, it still might be good. No, 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 no. I know that teleport. That's the one to Lanedell, where you just have a golem waiting for you. Anybody else coming up? I would say I'll grab Carrion Slicer because that's pretty strong. But I don't have. I feel like I don't have the FP to sit around and be like, yeah, Slicer spam. Guy was really just standing here like, maybe if I keep my back turned, nothing will happen to me. Imagine getting the voice roll to be crucified man screaming. I will admit though, it would be funny to be like, oh yeah, I do voice acting in Elden Ring. What do you do? Scream. There are far worse jobs. You could be the guy who did the voice acting for, like, Ride to Hell Retribution. I'm shocked there's not more dead people over here. But I guess people just don't swing by here because there's so little of value. Which makes sense. This whole area is... Yeah, this whole area, the Weeping Peninsula, parts of it are like, oh, this feels fleshed out, and parts of it just feel like they're like, ah, damn, we gotta make more space here. What do we put in? I don't know, man. Put a tower, some dudes, and we'll call it a day. Alright, are we strong enough? We'll get another level into... What do we want to put it into? It's only 3 points for mind, but we do need it eventually. Intelligence is always good, it's just more magic damage. Let's do mind, because we're going to have to pump it up anyways. Actually, we're going to run over here and get the map, because I'm tired of looking at a blank space. Out of the way, I'll deal with you later. Or you're going to deal with me, damn. I'm just trying to get a map, dude. I wish these walls had more to them. Because there's just the one spot you can jump up to get the turtle shield. But beyond that, it's just like, yeah, they're... All this is just kind of here. And I like Limgrave. I think it's a cool area. Excuse me, sir. Wow. One whole smithing stone. I still can't open the map because the golem is shooting at me. Guess we're gonna go around. I'm gonna find him, break his ankles. And then I don't have to deal with it anymore. Fair. Oh yeah, I think there's something over here in the... Yeah, that. Oh, it is poison mist. I was gonna say, I thought it was poison mist, but I didn't remember because... No, it's the poison mist weapon art that's in Kaled. Yep. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, no, that's not here. That's elsewhere. And yeah, speaking of weapon arts, I understand why they give you the option of like, hey, here's the... Like, especially in Shadow of the Erd Tree, they give you a lot of the unique weapon arts. And they're just like, hey, here's these, but you can put them on other weapons, but they're always statistically weaker. You know, I get it. You want to make the actual weapons that have these things good. Because otherwise, you're just going to have everybody using, like, the Ultra Great Sword and be like, yeah, I can hit with anything. Which is fair. Like, I hate that when everybody just kind of devolves into one build. But that already kind of happens. Bleed builds, stagger builds. When's the last time you saw someone use the, what is it? The Bell Bearing Night Hunter sword, or the one you get along the coast? I think it's along this coast. No, that's where you get gravitas. It's... I think it's somewhere along here. Yeah, it's in Kalen. It spits you out back here. But when's the last time you saw someone use it? Last time I remember, it was me. And I was using it because I did not have the Bell Bearing Hunter Greatsword. Because I was doing a... What was it? Strength Arcane build? One of my characters is like a Strength Arcane because I was like, yeah, we'll do it for the meme. Because I remember people saying, oh, that sword, if you use the special weapon art and it launches out, it can just shred. And I was like, oh, cool, I want to do that. And then I just never bothered to continue. Because I'm dumb and I was like, I can make 6 other characters and not play any of them. Yeah, let's find our way down. There. We'll go get the gravitas. I might even put it on here, because then it should give me int scaling. Which, to be fair, isn't going to help me a ton. Because, like, the weapon art I'm not going to really use. There he is, the man. Behold my finest power, rock. Wahoo! Watch as I can't use it on this weapon. Oh yeah, and then the cave. The cave, yeah, that goes into the starting area, the tutorial zone. You can pick up some item. The Halig Drake Talisman, which isn't all that useful this early on. Except for Clean Rot Knights. Clean Rot Knights you benefit, but they're still gonna hit you with a ton of Scarlet Rot, so you're kind of trading one death for another. Big crab. Oh, we can use it. So I go from 173. Okay, so I do get a ton of damage overall. Because I'm at 229. 227. And I think Rock Sling might be the way to go. Yeah, because having to fight through the cave for Moonveil, I'll get it. It's just right now it's going to be a rough fight. Which doesn't mean this is going to be any easier. But we're getting that flail. I want it, even if I just have to swing it twice and be like, well, that's it. Yeah, and like that's how this flail should be, but it's a one-handed flail, which is really weird. My guess is because they didn't have a great flail category. Yeah, we did it. We got the flail. Also needs way more dex. Only 1 point actually. But yeah, see, it's kind of misleading how he uses it. It's like, oh, it's this big two-handed thing, and then here it's like, it's the same as your other ones. Let's actually do stat comparison. Same blood loss. Slightly heavier, I can't really speak on the damage. It's like I could go for some of the actual int build flails. So like Bastard Stars and Familial Heads. But the head one sucks, and Bastard Stars is late game, and at that point I'd just go like Wing of Estelle. Because Wing of Estelle has its heavy attack that shoots a projectile. For free. And who doesn't want free projectiles? I should go do that tower. And I have enough for a level. Oh yeah, there's also the tomb on the northish side. And there's the cave with the bear. Not looking forward to that rune bear fight. I hate the rune bear. Oh, is this the... Which one are you? Three wise beasts. Great. Yep, the very obvious everyone leaving markers. Random thought. Because I was just going to say, like, how these guys are invisible. It would be cool if the sentry torch you can get that reveals invisible enemies actually revealed them. Or if you could use it and walk by, like, invisible walls, and it would reveal, or illusory walls if it would reveal the illusion. Or have, like, a shimmer effect, be like, hey, this isn't normal. I think that would be cool. I swear there's one on the wall. I always screw this one up because I hate trying to find these guys. Because we got the pool, we got the guy who's hiding. Oh, he's just hanging out right here. Leave me alone. I almost feel like the way the rises are done in Night Rain is a better version than this. Because the little puzzle things for this are just kind of annoying. Like, hey, find these creatures. Like, I don't want to find stuff. Meanwhile, in Night Rain, it's like, hey, there's a sigil somewhere you have to hit. Figure it out. Hey, there's a mimic that's hiding somewhere. You'll look around, they'll suddenly have a tree just go scuttling by, and you're like, oh, you're the guy. And then you just hit him and he dies. Like, those are fun, those are neat. They're not too intrusive, but they also have to be pretty easy to do, considering you have a time limit. That said, they're also entirely optional. Yeah, and then I'll come back and clear all this at a later point, because I still have to get that marked, the cave along here. Gotta deal with him, get that cave. I want to say there's a cave along here. Oh yeah, that Ever Jail. I forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta clear this island at some point. But today is not that day. I am. Yeah, we're going back to Caelid. Uh, we'll even do a little farm. We'll kill a few vulgar militia. Give me a few runes. Maybe get myself killed. Who knows? Anything can happen. It's anything that can happen Saturday. We're gonna go 3. We need 4. Okay. Get juked, idiot. Bet you didn't expect a man to jump your attack. I rightfully didn't know if I could. I thought the hitbox was gonna get me. Yeah, like these guys are an easy 1,000. I did this my first run early game. I was like, hey, I can get quick levels. 4 guys is a level, 5 guys is a level. Well, I can do that. I think I'll try to get myself a couple levels, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe a couple more than that, because I know I'm going to need them for the dex requirement on Moonvale. I wish we got their little, like, kunai with chain. That'd be so cool. It's like almost a meteor hammer on the end. Ooh, what do we get? Kukri. Aw. I kind of want to do a build with their saw spear. Even though I think it has the halberd moveset. It's neat. I think it's a cool option that doesn't get enough attention. Kind of justified though. It only drops from these guys, and there's a ton of options for bleed. You know, you can just go get Bloodhound Fang. Straight 20 decks. And then I'd like to bring these two up to 15. And we can actually look at the flail stats now. So it's literally 5 points stronger and is more dex based. I get it. I just wish it was a bigger, further reaching flail. Or you know, it would be a cool weapon to start with, but they would never do it for reasons unknown. The celebrant weapons. And to be fair, I don't really know why. Like, oh wow, you get 10 extra runes per hit. Okay. Have you ever seen anyone care about 10 runes per hit? And it's not even actually per hit, it is on hit with a cooldown. Because I tried it. I went the big Mama Dragon that way. I used Wild Strikes because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, cheese this, farm out a ton of runes. And as I was doing it, I'm like, wait a sec, I'm not getting it every hit. I'm actually getting it every couple hits. And sure enough, there's a cooldown, which once again, it's 10 runes. Realistically, the only celebrant weapon worth using is the hammer, because it's a hammer. The daggers are meh, and I believe those don't have separate cooldowns. I think if you dual wield, because I tried dual wielding, I think they share a cooldown. It is very, very specific as to how you're supposed to use them, and I get it. It just kind of sucks. Yeah, I think I'm going to just get this guy, one more guy, get just one level and go. Not going to waste any more time than necessary. We'll even switch to the flail for a minute. Let's give this bad boy a try. But there's certainly some, I would say, quirks to the Celebrant set that I'm like, you didn't need to be this heavy-handed in how it works. They're not that strong. Realistically, I'd put them kind of as, I wouldn't even say kind of mid. They're they're bad. They're just neat. It's just kind of funny because I remember stuff like scraping spear. Other one, God, from Demon Souls, probably like Baby's Nail, or I think it was Needle of Eternal Agony, which was like a fish hook knife you'd hit guys and rip runes or souls out of. That was a fun one. But I mean, that was just like the proto celebrant weapon. Bussin'. Is not bad on the triggering bleed front. You saw nothing. I disappear. Pulling out that ninja vanish. Even though this game is supposed to be like Western European fantasy, I would love like a ninja. I think it'd be fun. Kind of plays into what I've said before, you know, put it in, who cares? DS3 had, oh, what was it? The dual katanas you could use. Yeah, I just don't think I can kill them with this thing. This isn't going to do it either, but I know there's a hole to jump into for a fight. I think it's over there, actually. Because this is just empty. This is empty. If they had brought back the, what is it? The, like the multiplayer arena battle stuff from DS3, where they had like proper maps. I know there's PvP maps in this, I swear. But I'd like to see a location like this get used. You know, you have a lot of cover. You can move between buildings, fight. You're kind of isolated, but not. Yeah, the twin pumpkin heads. That hurted. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. We do not have, I think, damage for that. That's to be expected. We are probably grossly underleveled. Also, the dogs kind of get in the way. I don't care about the 1600, not a big deal. But yeah, that kind of sucked. Did not pass the VIG check on that one. Ooh, we can get the greatsword. I'm not using it, but we can get it. That's always a fun choice. Can I pet that dog? They are closer than I remember. Very much closer. I hate these things so much. No, game, I want to target the dog looking at me. Ah, the bird. Yep. How could I forget the other terrible enemy in this area? I think that's going to put me way too far away. No, actually, that's fine. Nope, I knew it. Second he reared up, I'm like, no, I'm going to fall short. Curse of Flail or Morning Stars, they have garbage reach. That's what kind of sucks too, is so many weapons feel bad because they just have bad reach. It's like, oh, you have that when you can just switch to that or that. I would like my great sword. I want for it to go into my collection. I thought this was a marked location. Instead, it's just a normal location. Excuse me, sir. Or slime, rather. Yeah, it worked. I kind of forgot I had that. Oh, there is one way, speaking of the celebrant weapons, that you can kind of cheat the system. It still isn't a good way of making runes. It's awful, actually. But if you put the white lure weapon art on it and that horde of rot zombies, and you cast it near them, they'll all run into it, and it counts them as being hit repeatedly. It's that, or I think it's poison clouds. You can kind of make it work, but it's still not at all viable. Yay, Sword of St. Trina. I could use that for a bit. That's a different weapon. The problem with it is the sleep effect is like a grease almost. So you have to use the ability, activate it to get the soporific effect. Then you have 30 seconds to put that to use. So it's like, I probably am going to have bad luck with this. And I usually do. We're going to get the map. Yeah, so like it's a combination of that and the fact you don't really get the option. You get the option to use it when you want, but it's also not that good because the stuff you can put to sleep 9 times out of 10 is like trash. It'll be some junk mob in the game's like, hey, you can knock him out, and I'm like, yeah, or just stab. Little did you know, that works more efficiently. But I get it, they don't want to make every enemy vulnerable. And some it makes sense, you know, the giant Iron Maidens. Fair, you know, it's a construct. It shouldn't be able to fall asleep. But it's like I would make all organic enemies vulnerable to it and just give it diminishing returns. Like, yeah, you can cast the sleep on it X number of times, but eventually it's going to wear off or not be as effective anymore. One thing I do find interesting though is, oh, what is it? Drawing a blank here, and I always hate drawing blanks. The eternal sleep, I think it is, effect. You get it from Scholar of the Erd Tree. There's like one weapon. I think Tolier has it. It's a cool effect because it's just like, hey, if they don't wake up, which is kind of useful. But I think if you hit them, they wake up. Either way, it's still a really strong sleep effect. So doing like the Godskin Apostle duo boss is easy because like, oh yeah, he's just going to be unconscious. You can pummel the other guy senseless.
Well, there's been a... How can I?
What do you have? I think that's Beast Repellent Torch. I don't really need anything.
Have a safe journey.
Oh, that's not even the map I wanted. That's the map I wanted. Well, we're getting that map too. I think I'll skip some of the dungeons in this area just because they're not that good. The payouts aren't really rewarding, or for intelligence decks, maybe in strength decks, if I'm feeling really weird build. Like, those are it, and then everything else is just kind of eh. Man, it's gonna be really rough though, because I'm so used to playing with at least a bit of faith, but I don't want to do faith mixed in here, because then I'm just doing my usual stat amalgam. Because my first runs are always int faith builds, because I want all the magic. But those builds become kinda... They're really grind heavy, I think. Just because it's like, oh, if you want the best spells, you need to get 60 int or 60 faith. And then it's just grinding. And sometimes you grind, get the spell, and you realize, oh, this spell actually sucks. Or it's, this spell is very specific in its use. So you kind of have to build around it. I will say though, not getting the Dragon Communion Lightning debuff will be nice. I do want to do a lightning, or like not lightning, a Dragon Communion only build sometime. I think that'd be fun. I've seen some of like the challenge runners and speed runners do it. I'm like, oh, that looks really interesting. It's not anything super special, but it's a fun, nifty idea. We'll go get the other map. Get them all. We'll run those minor dungeons, get jumped by, what's his name? Juro will come help us. I really think, like I said last time when talking about Covenants, Covenants would have been good to introduce an element of randomness. Be like, oh, you picked this Covenant that goes against this one. Every so often, in set areas, you might get invaded by either a player if you're playing online, or against just faceless NPC invaders, and that's it. Because like I don't hate NPC invaders. I hate player invaders because everybody min maxes to hell and back. But like NPC ones, it feels like an interesting challenge. And I think for me, a big thing is I kind of need that. It's not exactly like a warm up, but that exposure to more PvP without actual PvP. Because the problem ends up being like actual PvP, the people who do it are like the turbo sweat stains of the world. And those guys, it's not like, oh, I'm doing this for fun. It's like, I will fight like my family's lives are on the line. They try harder than dudes at like a Tekken tournament where the reward is like an $8.50 Quiznos gift card. The prize pools for fighting games are terrible, but dudes treat it like it's life or death. And that's kind of how Souls PvP is. It's like, I don't really want to get into that depth. I just want to, goof around a bit. Maybe dip my toes more into PvP a bit, but not go full bore. Oh yeah, the Clayman Spear. I think those are intelligence? I think. I want to say they are because I remember my first run, I slapped like Holy Blade on it and made it a everything stat stick, and it was gross. Not in like a good damage way, but in a it really sucked kind of way. It did nothing well, and that's it. I don't really have a upside to it. It didn't do anything well. I think at best it might have had like C scaling in something, but everything else was like D's and E's. And in my mind, I'm like, well, if I can scale a bit off everything, then I'm benefiting entirely. And it's like, nah, just also the damage spread, because I think they do a teeny bit of magic off rip. I want to say there's a little bit of magic damage on the spear. So it was physical, magic, and then at times holy. It's like, yeah, I can probably get around someone's resistances somewhere. But when I do, I'm not hitting that hard. I don't know why I'm taking all this. I never use it. Ooh, we can get the Clayman incant. No, wait, those are incant. No, are they sorceries? I think they're sorceries. They're terrible. Again. Yeah, I think that was another missed opportunity, is making Clayman sorceries good, or at least adding something to them that justifies them. Like, give me a staff. Oh, I can use a certain method of casting to get a buff. Cool. I think the reliance on like Azure and Lusat's staffs got a bit out of hand. Because everybody's like, oh yeah, just offhand one and then use whatever bonus staff you have. And I'm like, that's all these things are, is just an offhand bonus stick. I'm not really using them, and every build, once again, feels the same. And I never felt like I was really, like I was min-maxing, but I was never feeling like I was doing more than just my normal kind of, I'm discovering it on my own build. Maybe I just suck. I don't know. Let's try the flail again. Let's see if we get something special here. I don't know. I feel like there's something here. Or maybe I'm seeing something that isn't there. Ah, that's not bad. That's not bad damage. I was about to say, oh, I'll go grab the sacrificial axe so I can get FP back, and then I remembered it's like 3. The only time... I mean, no, you just run Sword of Milos. But I was going to say, the only time that's really worth it is when you're running the Antler Charm, and then you use, like, the small gold disc you can launch, the Holy Disc, because that one has such a low cost, hits twice if you line it up right, that it's free. You actually make more FP off it at a high level than you do spending to cast it. I used to try to like line up multiple guys just so I could min-max it. See, that should be way stronger. It wouldn't make sense given how damage distribution is in Magic, but I wish it would apply, like Clayman sorceries apply like a vulnerability to lightning damage or a lightning resist down. You know, count them as being in water for a few seconds. Because otherwise, like, what's it do? Bubble. And it's a shame because I thought these sorceries were super cool when I first saw them. Like, ah, oh, no way, cool, bubble magic. So it was something I never saw in a Souls game before. And then it's like, yeah, that what you saw is all there is, really. You can throw a big bubble or a bunch of little bubbles. You get to be the one yellow fish from Finding Nemo. Actually, if you could fling bubbles like that, I would. You would be like that guy, and I'd love to do that. Be like, bubbles, 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 bubbles. Imagine invading and you just see, like, invaded the world of Bubble Boy, and then it's just a dude who just all stats into bubble magic. Oh yeah, I was sitting there like, why am I even doing this? I should be doing other things, but no, we're getting the bubble magic for the meme. I don't even think I have the instat for it. Knowing my luck, it's like 30. No, actually, I think it's like 18. Just off the dome here. Yeah, that is a grand requirement of. Oh, it's arcane. Yeah. Oh, I could use the mining magic, as garbage as that is. Man, I wish that got more expanded too. It was such a neat concept of like, oh yeah, the you got this like rock blasting magic, you got bubble magic. Like, yeah, give me like 4 spells each. I do wonder. Now, wonder how you guys feel about this too. Do you think summoning is going to be more of a thing? And I don't mean like Spirit Ash summoning, but like essentially conjuration. And if we're gonna pull a D&D slash Elder Scrolls reference here, because we have the little ghost girl who can summon in Night Rain, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before something like that gets added. I don't have a problem with it. I think actually it would be cool to expand a lot of these spell lists. Once again, I kind of look to like Total War Warhammer, where a lot of the winds of magic have a summon somewhere in them. Some are quite powerful, where it's like, hey, you can summon a manticore, or you can summon, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the good ones. The manticore is kind of the big one. A merworm, stuff like that. But then you have others that are like, hey, you want to summon some zombies? Or skeletons? Like, I guess. Gun to my head, sure. But I think stuff like that would be cool. Like I said before, expanding, having like the Smith script weapons be like a Smith script magic focused around like buffs and weapon enhancement stuff. Conjuring a giant sword to fall on people from the sky. I'd be down to just sort of Damocles someone. Oh yeah, I forgot there. We can fight the Tibia Mariner. Oh yeah, that is an option. Yeah, let's go fight Tib. I love the Tibia Mariner. Kind of an easy fight, but that's part why I love him. Actually, I want to check something. Come here. Stop it. You have other animations, use them. Uh, ooh, pumpkin helm, cool. Not gonna use it, it's like 14 pounds. 12, my bad. I'm gonna have to look it up, but do you think this has like a higher bleed buildup? Statistically, it is the same, but I feel like I get bleed procs more on this flail than I do the Morning Star. Or is it recency bias? Because it very well could just be the curse of recency bias. I want to farm the grave scythe, but also I don't want to spend that time. Unless the game wants to be really cool and give it to me right now. Nope. I have to go where Topes is. I think that has a higher number of guys to like farm. And there's, I think, no, that's not the person Dialos was looking for. That's the person I think you find D hanging out by. Dialos is in Liurnia. Oh, some dudes dual wielding katanas. 3 edgy, 5 me. No, please. Yeah, that. HP or mind? We're like 10 off, okay. I think we'll just go. Oh, hi, Tao. I think we're gonna go more Vig. Mind is nice, but I kind of need to not die in 2 hits. The Vig check is eternal. I always love seeing the meme videos of dudes who are like named Vig check, and they'll invade, bonk you once with just like some huge, I think literally like the giant crusher hammer, and then if you pass, they give you a rune full of runes, and then leave. Ah, oh, that's dirty. You know I only have a set number of rocks to throw. Is this a first playthrough? Nah, this is just me being bored, and I was like, yeah, I'll play Elden Ring again. I haven't played it in a while. It's me trying to stick to a set build instead of devolving into every stat build. I need to stop casting at wonky angles. Ah, 205. I think that might be better than whipping rocks. And it's a little cheaper. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Aha, you fool. I should actually use the skeletal militiamen. They're cheaper, but they also get to revive. And with enough upgrades in them, they're not terrible. I do like that. I think that's a cool benefit skeletons get. I wish we could get a summon that's the big Farum Azula Beastman skeleton who breathes fire. Because he's so cool. But it's just like, yeah, you just fight him. It's like, why? Give. I want the big Beastman on my side. What else is around? I think there's a pickup back here. Yep. And it's... I'll take it. Smithing 1. Does Knight Rider Flail need Sombers or normal smithing? I want to say it's Sombers. This is Turtle Talisman, I think. Yeah, I need it. As cool as the critical hit talisman is, if I'm just slinging spells, I'm not really benefiting. I think there's a graveyard here. I've blasted through this area so many times that I still am amazed I don't remember things very well. But it's been a long time. I always have this sitting on my hard drive, and I'm like, should I just finally delete Elden Ring? Make room for other stuff? And I'm like, no, I might come back and play it. And even if I don't come back and play it anytime soon, I still want it on my hard drive. I enjoy this game too much to just be like, nah, time to go. Oh. This is just Bear spot. Huh. I don't. I swear, I don't remember some of this. Like, I don't remember there just being bears there. But I know there's nothing of importance there. It's just the bears. There's dungeons down that way. I still have to do the one down the here. We'll knock that out quick, because that's an easy one. Yeah, High Road Cave. This is the one with the Brolum in it. That might actually be more of a dog fight then. Skellies are just gonna get knocked around super easy. I mean, the dogs will get knocked around super easy too. Let's not fake this out or lie to ourselves. But at least there's three of them. I want to say dropping down's the bad move. I think this way brings us behind like a wolf ambush. Or that's just it. I guess dropping down is the way. Hmm. Oh, yep. Now I remember. My old puddinhead is slowly remembering. Yep, this is what I was thinking of. I thought this was different. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. I wish I actually bothered to interact with the crafting system more. I think the big problem I run into is the fact that they have, like, you have body buffs and all this stuff, and at a certain point I'm like, I'm kind of lost as to which get applied when and what applies to what. So I just give up and I'm like, I'm just not going to buff myself, or I'll do one. Usually it's just like, I'll pop Golden Vow. Because I know how that one works every time. I don't have to worry about being like, oh, I accidentally applied, like, Flame grant me strength and the Black Flame version, and one overrode the other, so now I got nothing, or I only have a little bit of what I wanted, and my buffs are chewing up too much of my FP. What would be cool is if instead of just chewing FP, buffs locked a portion of your meter, and then they're scaled based on how much FP you lock in. So it's like, oh, it's a 25% lock, but for every 10 FP you get this much damage resist or this much of this thing. Because I think that's easier to calculate as a player, being like, okay, quarter of my FP turns into blah. The only problem I can see is it starts to reward like mind dumping. And I think that I don't think that would be the healthiest option. Even though it's a good thing in the sense of it would make more builds actually have to pour into a little bit more mind. Oh yeah, you're alive. I don't know. It's hard to say with stuff like this because you can sit here and talk about it all you want, but at the end of the day, you really have to actually put it in game and test. Oh, that's the boss fight room. Nope, I want to go the other way. There is a cross Naginata I would like to get my little mitts on. No, it should be in this room. I'm not crazy. I thought it was. Maybe I am crazy. Huh. That sucks. I thought it was in here. I can't wait to check the wiki after the stream and find out it is, and I'm just wrong. The brain parasites strike again. Ah, I hate using a blue flask on so little. That man, get his toes. God, he got smoked. But I guess low level area plus 3 mace. Or Morning Star. That's gonna happen. Where are we gonna head? We'll head back to Stormhill Shack. Do I have enough for a level? No. Now I do. Uh, Health is good. Yeah. Wanted to bring mind up to 15, but I can't say no to just health. Don't really have anything. Oh, I could have taken one more intelligence and got an ambush shard. That'd been nice. Oh well, that'll be another thing. We'll just take that out because I don't need it. Eventually, maybe even completely swap out since they never dodge ambush shard. I feel like I'm actually going to have a situation where I don't have enough spells I care about to fill out all my spell slots. Could be worse. But I am going to call it here for tonight. I will be back streaming next week on Thursday. I'll be playing Slay the Spire. Friday, I'll probably do more Elden Ring. I'm having fun. Saturday, I'm off. I usually stream Saturdays, but I'm taking that off. And then, yeah, cycle repeats ad nauseum. But if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button. Lets me know what you want to see more of. Helps out the channel a lot. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Lets you know when I go live or when videos I make come out. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.